This is Ralph, and he is an expert at hide and seek. He's so good in fact that this isn't even him. It's actually a cushion disguised as a cat, when Ralph is in fact a cat disguised as a cushion. Let's try that again with more hiding places. I'll give you 5 seconds. This time his eyes were a bit of a giveaway. Or were they? These are actually fake eyes, and Ralph's in the exact same spot as the first image. So let's try once more, but with loads of hiding places and loads of fake eyes. Ralph's not very good at staying still. You might have spotted his tail moving. Except that's not his tail. It's just some fluffy black fabric on invisible string, and Ralph is, you guessed it, in the same spot yet again. I warned you he was good at this. So what if we take this to the absolute extreme? What if I covered the entire room with fluffy black fabric for the ultimate game of cat hide and seek? If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Now before we get to that final boss level, let's begin with some easy ones. Can you find Ralph in this image? How about Bella in this one? This time Bella's behind a curtain, along with 2 cardboard silhouettes of her, so who's who? Okay, maybe those were too easy. Let's make things a tiny bit harder. On the bed are 5 really creepy fake cats and 1 real Ralph, but which is which? For this next one, I had printed possibly the coolest blanket that's ever existed, so let's get Bella to lay on it. Oh right, she already is. Seriously, that's her. If we speed up the footage, she does eventually move. Now this one's a bit different. Using the magic of Photoshop, there are 5 real Bellas and 1 fake Bella, so can you spot the imposter? Will the real Bellas please make themselves known? The imposter's a cardboard cutout. Next, I did try to film Ralph with 10 cardboard cutouts, but he just wanted to relax on the floor with his army of minions, and besides, the lack of fluff was a dead giveaway. But with 20 cardboard Bellas, well, I'm gonna give you a whopping 15 seconds for this one. You're gonna need it. Okay, this is madness, and it's making my head hurt. The real Bella is... That was insanity. And Ralph couldn't believe what he was seeing either. I found it so funny seeing how utterly befuddled he was. His fluffy mind was well and truly blown. But then my mind was blown, because Ralph literally spoke. I promise you this isn't faked or edited in any way, but to me, it clearly sounds like he's saying, "Where are you?" Listen again. He's so concerned about his sister's whereabouts and what all these weird 2-dimensional clones might have done to her, that he's literally learned how to speak English. That is wild. And so after a talking cat, I think you're ready for anything, namely the final boss level, the ultimate test of feline camouflage and cunning. Which one's Bella? I'm kidding, of course. Bella's not there, just 4 loaves of bread. So after I make myself a sandwich, it's time for the other final boss level, which means fluffifying the living room. Are you ready for this? 15 seconds on the clock once more, and watch out for decoys, cutouts, cushions, and everything you face so far. Did you find him? Drumroll please. Ralph is... here. And here. Oh, and here, here, and here. Not to mention there, and here and there. Plus I'm there dressed as a gorilla. Thanks for watching and please consider subscribing.
found out Mexican Coke exists, but what can even be the difference between this and regular Coke? Let's see. ¡Ay, caramba! Esta bebida está deliciosa. Y ahora no puedo dejar de hablar español. I made a video trying different matcha flavors, and they all stunk, but apparently that's because I'm supposed to mix the cold foam before drinking it. So let's try that with these 3 flavors. First up is strawberry again. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, I mixed it for about a minute. Now let's try. This tastes like Shrek's bathwater. What the? Let's try it with the chocolate. I love chocolate, so if I don't like this one, I don't think I'll like any of them. Here we go. If Kermit the Frog got put in a blender, this would come out. Last but not least, caramel. Please taste okay. If I don't like this one, I don't think I'll like any of them. Here we go. If Kermit the Frog got put in a blender, this would come out. Last but not least, caramel. Please taste okay. I love chocolate, so if I don't like this one, I don't think I'll like any of them. Here we go. If Kermit the Frog got put in a blender, this would come out. Last but not least, caramel. Please taste okay. I'm not even gonna comment on this one. This glass is what they use in movies when they hit people, but it's actually made out of sugar, so I'm gonna see what it tastes like. I guess let's just take a bite. Wait, that's actually pretty good. I need some more of that. It just tastes like straight up sugar. Do not try this with real glass. My mom just bought me a Detroit style pizza, but I've never even seen one of these before. So let's see what Detroit style means. What was that? You hear that? You hear that? Ugh, dude, is it just me or does this smell like feet?
Oh, yeah, it does. We should throw it away.
Yeah, we probably should. Wait, who's that at the door? If you're ever reading a book but you don't want to lose what page you're on, just put glue on the last page you read so that when you go back to read more, you'll know exactly where you left off. Did you know if you peel this part of a candy bag all the way down, and then you turn it over and roll it like this, then you wrap this all the way around and put it back through this part, like this, then you could keep your bag folded so you could save it for later. I mean, I don't need this because I always eat the bag in one sitting, but you could do it. I just found out that using plastic straws can hurt fish. So from now on, I'm only using paper ones because we gotta protect those fish. Candy. If you're ever reading a book but you don't want to lose what page you're on, just put glue on the last page you read so that when you go back to read more, you'll know exactly where you left off. Did you know if you peel this part of a candy bag all the way down, and then you turn it over and roll it like this, then you wrap this all the way around and put it back through this part, like this, then you could keep your bag folded so you could save it for later. I mean, I don't need this because I always eat the bag in one sitting, but you could do it. I just found out that using plastic straws can hurt fish. So from now on, I'm only using paper ones because we gotta protect those fish, guys. I'm gonna try to sit in silence for 10 minutes without using technology. Here we go. If you ever want to play with slime but you're too lazy to make it like me, just use ground beef. If you ever want to play with slime but you're too lazy to make it like me, just use ground beef instead. It's the exact same texture and you can eat it after. I wouldn't do that actually. I just saw a video saying that if you use a massage gun on your kneecap, your leg will naturally kick up. But I think I'm strong enough to not let that happen, so let's see. Okay, here we go. No. I bought astronaut ice cream because I'm thinking about becoming an astronaut, but only if the food is good. So let's put it to the test. What does it look like? Ooh, okay. Looks pretty good. It looks just like a normal ice cream bar. Okay, smells kind of weird, but let's give it a try. I can't wait to eat this on the moon. Why do we use soap dispensers when we could just put a bar of soap on a stick and do this instead? Doing however many push-ups this filter tells me to. Come on, give me something low, like 6, 7 maybe. Come on. Okay, 6. No, wait, why didn't you go down? Are we just gonna be here all day? Okay, I mean, might as well take a seat. Well, how's your guys' day going? Good? Mine's going pretty good. Really? 52. If anyone can guess exactly how many Skittles are in this container, I'll give you a free laptop. All you gotta do is put your guess in the comments, but you only get one. I'll count them on a live stream in a couple days to reveal the amount. This is day 1 of becoming a magician. I'm gonna make this towel elevate. Here we go. No way, it's working. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, for my next trick, I'm gonna make a girlfriend appear. Ready? Boom. It was worth a shot. When I ordered a large soda, I did not mean a large cup of ice with a drop of soda. I took one drink of this thing and it's already half empty. It's like a baseball bat.
It's so cold in California that I had to put a blanket on my head. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. And now I can't get out of it. Dang it. Come on. God.
My old school had a book fair today, so I had to stop by and look what I got. 15-inch pencil. Can this thing actually even write? Let's see. No way. No way. Does the eraser work too? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I fired my doctor after he told me to stop eating candy, but now he keeps begging me to come back. So Dr. Mike, if you keep trying to contact me, I will eat this whole 2-pound gummy worm. You see how there's 12 pieces of chocolate on this bar? Well, if you cut it diagonally like this, and then you cut this part vertically, then you cut the end piece off of this one, then when you put it back together, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. How is this possible? I saw a comment saying I should try jelly straws, so I got them, but I don't even know how you're supposed to eat these. Apparently you're supposed to just slurp it like a straw, so let's do it. I feel like what just happened to me was illegal. Let's try doing it out of the wrapper. Here we go. Why is it so slippery? I think I need to talk to someone about this. I'm just gonna try to take a bite without it assaulting me this time. It tastes good when it's not slurping down your throat. Wait, pause. I just found my birth certificate, but it says I was born on December 11th, which is crazy because that's the same day as my birthday. What are the odds? I ran out of lip balm, but my lips are super chapped, so I'm just gonna try using this glue stick instead. Yo, it looks kind of good. I can't open my mouth. When I ordered a large soda, I did not mean a large cup of ice with a drop of soda. I took one drink of this thing and it's already half empty. It's like a baseball bat. This bottle says it can get rid of any stain, so I'm gonna see how true that is by trying to get ketchup out of this white shirt. Okay, we got it on. Now let's wipe it. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna stain. I look like a toddler after eating chicken nuggets. Now let's use it. Okay. Right now it says to just wait about 10 minutes. Sounds good. Okay, I gave it 15 minutes just to make sure it could really settle in, and it did nothing. Worst part is, this is my dad's shirt. Day 1 of becoming an ASMR creator. This reminds me of being in the shower with my dad as a kid. Did you know the ridges on Ritz crackers were put there so you can cut through a piece of cheese with them? Look. Okay, maybe this doesn't work. I saw a TikTok about it, so I believed it. This is why you don't believe everything you see on the internet. Things we all do that nobody talks about.
Hi, this is Domino's.
At 7 p.m. tonight, something is going to happen at your store. It's very important that you are not there when the clock hits 7. Can a push pop cut through a piece of bread if it's sharp enough? I made this thing as sharp as a knife, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Let's try to do it. Okay, wait. Wait, this is crazy. It did that so easily. Is it actually that sharp? Ah! Looks like someone's mom told their kid no. Look at this. We got a Roblox gift card, a Prime bottle, but what are all these other things for? It's such a weird combination. My cousin just told me that slap bracelets have tape measures inside of them, and that's how they bend, but I don't think that's true, so I'm gonna cut it open and find out. The reason I don't think this is real is because a kid in my class bit one of these one time, and I didn't see a tape measure inside of it. Okay, I cut it in half, and now let's see what's inside. Bruh. This is not a tape measure. Wait, low key, I think it is actually. It doesn't have the yellow paint. He might have been right because I just grabbed a tape measure and look. It's the same size. He actually solved something for once. That's crazy. This is my application to play in the Sidemen charity match. If you have me on your team, I guarantee you'll win. Just watch. Tag the Sidemen in the comments on this video and on their video saying, please let Tyler play. Which cat is real and which one is AI? Is this one real or is this one real? Hey, okay, he's kind of hitting that weight. Yeah. I just found a ghost in my room that copies everything I do, but I think I know how to get rid of it. When it's not looking, I'm gonna tackle it. 3, 2, 1. I just lost my AirPods, but I have a flight in an hour and I need to find them. Where are they? Come on. Are they in here? No. I give up. I'm gonna have to buy a new pair. Who wants a bite of the apple? Too slow. Almost got it. Tricked ya. Okay, dang, fine. Take it, man. Just take it. I didn't know you were so hungry. My bad. My doctor just told me I can only eat one donut per day or else I might get diabetes. So if you're watching this video, Dr. Mike, I promise this is the only donut I'm eating today. I just watched the Titanic movie for the first time, and all I gotta say is, I don't feel bad for the people that were on that ship. Like, did they not watch the movie before going on? This deodorant says it lasts 24 hours, but I'm gonna rub it in 3 times so it'll last for 72 hours instead. And now, I don't have to put any more on for the rest of the week. Tyler, you have no drip. Tyler, you have no style. Oh yeah? Well, I just got the new designer Balenciaga outfit. So who has no drip now, huh? Can someone tell me why all the emojis on my phone look weird now? Because I updated my phone last night, but when I turned it on this morning, all of them look super different. Please help me, they're scaring me. I made a video about how I got this fake rock to put my house key in, but when I opened it this morning, the key was gone! Someone stole it! To whoever did this, can you please give it back? Because my mom's gonna be very mad at me.
Whenever I'm having a bad day, I just calm myself down by having a pack of bubbles.
Never use the shower after a girl, because I just did that, but the moment the water hit me, I screamed, because for some reason, girls like to take showers with the water at 500 degrees. What are you doing? Pretending to be the lobster boil? My short friend just got this new truck, but he's not even gonna be able to drive it because the step to get into it is like 2 feet tall. That's basically as tall as he is. He's gonna have to climb to get inside. My mom just texted me saying to come outside as quickly as possible because she has groceries and she needs me to help bring them in. So I put on the first pairs of shoes I could find, which were a sandal and a roller skate, and I got out here. But it's been 5 minutes now, and she's still not here. Where are you, Mom? Never fall asleep on your back, because last night I was laying in bed, but I just could not fall asleep for some reason. And I always fall asleep on my side, but tonight it was super uncomfortable. So I decided to go on my back, and within 5 minutes of doing that, I fell asleep. Sounds great, right? Well, the only issue was that I woke up in the middle of the night, so I was like, oh, might as well go to the bathroom. So I tried to get up, but I couldn't move my body. At first I thought I was just dreaming or something, but then I realized I was fully conscious. And then all of a sudden, I see a dark figure in the corner of my room, and it kept getting closer to me and closer to me. So I was terrified because I couldn't move or run away, but then the dark figure walked out of my eyesight, so I couldn't see it anymore, until randomly, it pops up right in front of my face. At this point, my heart was racing, but then I started to hear whispering, and I was like, where is this coming from? But for some reason, whenever someone whispers in my ear, it makes me super ticklish. So when this happened, I started to wiggle my toes, and I realized I could move again, and then I woke up. So I don't know if I was dreaming or if I wasn't, but it felt super real. All I know is that this never happened until the one night I sleep on my back, so I'm never doing that again. Also, I may or may not have wet the bed. Never teach old people Gen Z phrases because I may have just ruined an old man's life. I was at the dog park and this old man and I started talking, and he was telling me about how he used to be a zookeeper before he retired. So he asked me if I wanted to see a picture of him with some animals, so I was like, yeah, of course. Then he showed me a picture of him with the gorillas from the zoo, but for some reason, the gorilla was like really curvy, so when I saw the picture, the first thing I thought of to say was, that thing's got a gat. So I said it, but I did not think about the fact that he probably didn't know what that word meant. So then he asked me, what does gat mean? I panicked because how am I supposed to? I just got an invitation to my friend's wedding, but inside the card, it tells me to wear a suit and not a white dress. I thought what we had was special, Michael. My friend drew this symbol on me while I was sleeping, and he told me it meant I'm single. But when I went out in public with it, some people gave me really strange stares. So I looked it up, and it turns out this symbol means I've been neutered. I've been walking around like this all day. Did I just say I want to have a 6-pack before summer 2 hours ago? Yes. Am I now eating an ice cream cone with 5 scoops on it? Maybe. This is day 1 of trying to become a rapper. I used to be so broke, I'd put tomatoes on top ramen and call it spaghetti. Man, I even would have ate Mr. Krabs back in the day while SpongeBob says, I'm ready! I just found out the girl I have a crush on is Lebanese. Why does every girl I like always like other girls? My cousin said they ate half this pack of Oreos, but I know they don't like the cream part, so I was confused why they'd eat so many, until I opened it and realized they only ate the cookie part! What kind of psychotic behavior is this? Does anyone know if it's possible for a dog to be Mexican? Because mine only listens to me when I speak to it in Spanish. Look, lay down. Lay down. Now let's try Spanish. Bo, acostar. Good boy. I hate having a Gen Z teacher because one time, while she was in the middle of teaching, a couple of kids in the back of the classroom were talking. So she was like, guys, what is so important that you have to talk while I'm teaching? But then one of the girls answered and was like,
Sarah and Ryan broke up. But instead of just continuing to teach after they said this, the teacher goes, "Good for Sarah. I thought they were a bad match anyway." And she literally said this while Sarah and Ryan were in the class. But a couple weeks later, the teacher tells us that we have a seating change. And you know what two people she put right next to each other? Sarah and Ryan. Like, this teacher literally loves drama and gossip more than the students. But also, since she just graduated a couple of years ago, she knows that.
I saw a TikTok video where someone was able to run 10 miles because they just imagine someone that's trying to pinch their nipples is chasing them. So I'm gonna try it. Mile 1 done. I feel so fast. This is easy. I could run forever. Mile 2 done. This is the worst thing ever. I don't know why people do this for fun. Mile 3 done. Tell my family I love them. I just saw an old lady crying, so I went up to her and asked what was wrong, and she told me that she just lost $200. And I felt so bad that I decided to give her $10 out of the $200 I just found on the ground. I was staring at a girl on the bus because she had a piece of gum in her hair. And right as I'm about to open my mouth to tell her, she says, excuse me, I have a boyfriend. So I was like, all right, you're gonna give me attitude, I'm gonna give you attitude back. So I was like, what does your boyfriend think of your hair? And she said, why do you care? As she was running her fingers through her hair. And then she felt the piece of gum and she started crying. And I felt bad at first. But then she accused me of putting the gum there, so I'll
never lie to a girl because they will always find out. Because one time, I told this girl about how I went to go see a Mac Miller concert with my friend before he passed away. And she said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm sure that was really hard for you. And I was thinking, I mean, yeah, I liked his music, but I didn't know him personally. But we kept talking and eventually she was like, my best friend actually passed away too. And then she started tearing up. And it was at that moment I realized she thought I was saying that my friend passed away after the concert, not Mac Miller. And I wanted to clear that up, but at this point, she was already sobbing talking about her friend and how she's glad to have me because not many people can relate to her on this subject. So I was like, well, I can't tell her the truth now, it'll make her feel horrible. But then she asked me to show her a picture of this friend and I panicked. So I just showed her a random picture of my homie Greg, who is definitely alive. So I really hope she never sees Greg in public or else she's gonna start thinking she's seeing ghosts. Never go on your phone in public. It's not safe anymore. Because I was walking out of the grocery store to my car, but I was on my phone, so I wasn't really paying attention. When I got to my car, I tried pulling on the door handle and it wouldn't budge, but I was like, that's weird. I already pressed the unlock button. Why is the door not opening? And after a couple seconds of trying,
This is my kitten Henry. Well, he's not exactly a kitten anymore. He's at the awkward teenage gangly stage where he's now bigger than Bella, but still has a remarkably small head. But I'm gonna stop roasting him and instead write him a theme song. See, a whopping 7 years ago, I wrote a theme song for my cats Ralph and Tom, and later shoehorned in Reggie and Bella. I played and recorded all the instruments, albeit with a little help from Tom on his xylophone, and it became the soundtrack to my channel. But now Henry's here, I think it's time he got a theme song of his own. It's already fully formed in my head, I just need to vomit it into a microphone, and Ralph, Bella and Henry are of course going to help. So first I'm going to play it for you so you have a rough idea of what I'm on about. Then we're going to record it instrument by instrument, and hopefully it's not terrible. And since I couldn't quite train Henry to play the piano, it was over to me. Now I'm not great at piano, so you're going to have to overlook any mistakes. There you go, bud. Here. Now my piano is audibly out of tune, but luckily I built and wired a giant cat-sized piano a few years ago. I filmed Bella playing every single key individually, and if I play the footage back in precisely the right order, I can make her play any tune I want. So that's what we're going to use for the new theme song. I love this, watching a trio of Bellas whimsically dance around a giant piano. Oh, and a quick update, she's been donut free now for a good couple of months. She's doing amazing. For the past few years, she's sadly been pulling out her own hair, and the donut is essentially a less intrusive alternative to a normal cone that prevents this. Despite trying endless medicines and vet prescribed foods, nothing ever seemed to help. But when giving her supervised donut free time recently, she suddenly just stopped pulling her hair out. I'm a bit baffled as to why, but I'm delighted. She'll turn 17 next month and is in exceptionally good health, so hopefully she'll never have to wear the donut again. Anyway, on to the drums, and Ralph volunteered to help with this one.
Okay, Ralph, I want the drums to go ba-da-ba-doo-ba-dom, ba-da-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-dom, ba-ba-da-boo-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bom. and then ba-da-ba-doo ba-da-ba-dom ba-ba-doo ba-dom-ba-dom ba-ba-doo ba-dom-ba-dom ba-ba-doo.
I think he understood the assignment.
That was amazing, Ralph.
I then added tambourine while staring awkwardly at the camera, before something I've been very excited about.
So this is an instrument called a vibra-slap. I've had it for years now, and I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity to use it, which I think is finally now. So you slap this wooden ball, and then inside there's a rattle, which makes a really nice sound. Are you ready? That wasn't a very good slap. There we go. I feel the need to point out that Henry isn't always a maniac. Sometimes he can be really sweet.
Next up, bass. But there's a problem.
My bass sometimes electrocutes me. It's only mild, and really it's more of an uncomfortable tingle. But even still, I've been practicing with it unplugged, and hopefully I'm gonna bang this out in one take and survive.
Also, I've got a Ralph plectrum. How cool is this?
I'm slightly nervous, but let's give this a go. Right, I'm still alive so far. I think we're good to go.
Okay, wish me luck. I made it, and the song's really taking shape. So let's move straight on to acoustic guitar.
Whenever I film guitar, people always ask why it never has the right amount of strings. And it's because this song only uses those 3 strings. And if I left them all on, when recording, I might accidentally knock them or play them. And it just sounds a lot cleaner this way. So that's why. Also, I have a Bella plectrum.
She wasn't impressed. I should point out that I'll edit out the string hits I'm using to count, and the guitar's only going to be really quiet as a sort of percussive element, but it's still nice to have it. Which only really leaves vocals, so let me tell you about the lyrics. Since Henry's still pretty small but has a massive appetite, I'm gonna use that. Then black and white rhymes with appetite, so that's going in. As for Ralph and Bella, well, the 3 cats all tolerate each other, but don't exactly get along. Bella's in charge, no surprise there, and has a no-nonsense approach to Henry. This doesn't stop him, however. He's always trying to play with her, no matter how many. Bella's in charge, no surprise there. And Ralph? Well, Henry's actually in charge. They coexist, but sadly haven't yet become the friends I'd hoped they'd be. Henry's far too playful, so the next lines are going to be about that. Then finally, I want to of course include Reggie and Tom, because they were a big part of the channel too. So there we have it. I didn't film recording vocals because I'm far too awkward and can't sing to save my life. But the song's now just about finished. But since Bella played piano and Ralph played the drums, I want to find something for Henry to play.
This is my weird and wonderful instrument cupboard. You've got a ukulele, a couple of melodicas, that's an ebow, there's some kalimbas, some microphones. You've got tuned bells. They're pretty cool. This thing I love, it's called a thunder maker, I think, and you just shake it. Wow. You've got some like Christmassy bells, all sorts of percussion. There's an ocarina, music boxes, I love them. All my homemade shakers. Some percussion stuff, a flute, a mini accordion. They're all glockenspiels for a future project. That's another glockenspiel. That's Tom's xylophone, the drums. But I think this thing here, the chimes, I think this will be perfect for Henry since he loves playing with dangly things.
He immediately gave it a headbutt, although the wrong part of it. I tried to tempt him, but to no avail. Then a few minutes later, he scared himself. That's when Bella came along and showed him how it was done. And then this happened. It was perfect. Which means we're done. Henry's now well and truly part of the gang. So for the first ever time, here's his very own theme song.
He's a very tiny cat called Henry, with a great big appetite. A very tiny cat called Henry, he's got fur so black and white. Will he be Ralph's new best friend? Will Bella like him in the end? First there was Reggie, and then there was Tom, and Ralph and Bella, will they all get along with Henry?
You can find this and all the other music from my videos on my Half Asleep music channel, which actually predates this one but only has 19,000 subscribers. It's also all on Spotify and Apple Music, and Henry's theme will be added in the next week or two.
Kissing your mom.
Hey, how dare you, goat?
Hey, want to try the white stuff that comes out of me?
No. Oh, look at the bunny.
I'm gonna kill you tonight.
So I'm once again quitting YouTube to work as a zookeeper. But there's a catch. Wow, this is the zoo I get to take care of starting today. But I have to make the animal sounds myself? That's a little weird.